Hey guys, it's me. I'm back with another video of Cuphead. This one is going to be a run and gun based game instead of the standard boss battles that you normally would see. This one is just trying to get a bridge to open up, and it actually helps you open up more of the map without having to find different ways around. It is a lot of fun to make a run and gun. It shows you more about the different characters that are on the game, more about the graphics that you see are kind of an older graphic game, but still a lot of fun. Some of the characters are kind of kooky, like you'll see the flowers float down, and you'll see the mushrooms come up and shoot at you, but it's still very interesting. And then you got the flower that comes up and has teeth, kind of like a Venus flytrap or something like that. And the pink things you see floating there, like that are spikes, can hurt you, but also if you're able to parry them, then you can get kind of like a wild card to make more of a special effect at the end. And the special effect is kind of like a power up. But other than that, it's mostly just an interesting game that's going to be a lot of fun. I do mess up quite a few times here trying to make it, but I'm going to leave them in because I kind of find it to be more realistic, that you can see that I didn't make this in one run. I didn't make this just trying, oh, I can do this perfectly, and I don't want to show that off saying that I'm perfect at games. No, I screw up quite a bit, but it's still a lot of fun to make the game, or make the videos and play the games and show what the game is like from a third person perspective, and to kind of show how the game works, so that when you go through, you can try to come back and get through a tutorial, basically, even though it's not a tutorial. That way, if there was a part you couldn't get through, if I'm able to get through it, then maybe you can see how I did and it might help. And you see all the different trial and errors that I did attempt before I finally made it. But I did finally make it at the end of this one. It only took me like 9 tries or something like that. I'm not going to leave them all in based on the fact that it's going to take up too much time, because I try to keep my videos short, because I know no one wants to sit there for an hour and a half and watch me play a game. So I go for like 10-minute videos or 15-minute videos, just so it's not a killer long video. Near the end of this one, I did have some editing issues while I was working on it, and I could not get it straightened back up to the best of my abilities. I did, so you will see a little bit of an editing jump. It's just me moving from one part of the map to the next, and I did finally get over to that part of the map, but you won't see some of the map, and I will go back through my next time if I can remember to do that and show you how I got across. It's actually really neat how I got across the map. You kind of just gotta go around uh, underneath a bridge that doesn't look like it'd be part of the map. It just looks like it kind of goes in and just stops there, kind of like a cave, but it does take you somewhere different. Right now I am halfway through to get to the boss, which actually is a very interesting boss. If you saw right up there, I'm trying to remember what them are, acorns. The acorns come down through a machine, and that machine is your boss battle while you're trying to avoid the flowers and the mushrooms. Once you get to the boss, it's kind of all gone except for what they've already shot at you, which I just ran into. I mean, it's kind of interesting seeing how everything comes together from what the game has, like what the creators of the game had come up with. It's very neat to see how their minds work based on the graphics of what kind of people and what kind of movements they do have, or even what kind of characters they make. Um, it kind of gets confusing sometimes because some of the characters you'll see come up, and most of them are actually animals or flowers. Like, you see the main character is a cup or a mug. The blue one will be a mug, the red one is a cup. And sometimes I will play 2v2 with, or play 2-player with somebody else. Sorry, not 2v2. 2-player with someone else, and have a whole world restarted. That way you guys can see how it goes when you have Cuphead and Mughead together. There isn't really much of a difference other than you can revive each other, and it makes the game a lot more fun. makes it a lot more entertaining, because then once you pass the level together, you realize that the teamwork between the two of you is actually really complicated to get together, because you have to be able to both get through this one part of the level, and when there's two of you, it seems like there's more enemies to deal with, even though there's really not. It's just the fact that you're now not just waiting for you to get through, you've got to get your partner through too. And if they don't pass, and you cannot collect them by parrying the little heart in their ghost, which you'll see throughout the game, you cannot revive them. You gotta go on your own and take through the game. So then you're on your own making it, while the other person just kind of sits there and watches you try to get through it. Sometimes that can be boring for the person that dies, but I think it's still a lot of fun no matter what, because at the end of the day, it's a game meant to be fun. And in this video, you'll also see that I didn't just go with the running gun. I also decided to go against one boss battle. That way, it wasn't just one running gun, one boss battle per everything. I'm going to try to do one extra every now and then some will just be boss battles, some will just be running guns, or whatever the extra objective of the game is. I find it to be a lot of fun to be able to play this game and succeed. It gives you a grade and tells you what it would like you to do, and you'll see that coming up right here. I actually got a pretty decent grade for a minute and a half. It scores the time based on the one run that you was able to pass. And also on that same note, you'll see that certain things are indicators. Like, you see the bridge that popped up I was talking about just a little bit ago, and it takes you to a different part of the map. Yes, you can do things over there, but I wanted to go ahead and get rid of the next boss that gives you to an objective to the next one. But it's very interesting seeing some of the characters. Like, I'm not actually sure what this character is. Half the time I think he's a jawbreaker, but then he's also flexible, so I'm not 100% what he is. It's actually kind of fun and interesting because he's got 3 stages, just like every other boss. You'll mostly see they've got 3 stages of what can they do. You gotta be very careful not to get hit by him, and sometimes that can be hard. I mean, you'll see him mutate and change, and it's not just something crazy. Like, it doesn't go completely crazy. He gets bigger, and instead of puffing out his face like he was as the first one, he got a fist and a boxing glove. And that boxing glove can be hard to dodge if he gets you in the right spot on the map. So you just kind of gotta watch your angling, and you gotta try to keep some distance between you and him. Normally you can duck underneath the glove, but I wasn't able to completely duck under. I got up too quick. And then you got his tombstone, which is actually really, really neat, because if you're not careful, he'll just come down and flatten you. Which, you do have lives. You got, for HP is your lives, you get normally 3 lives until you get some more from the store in the game. And you see I have all my power-up cards. I normally do use them, but I try to save them more for the end of the battle. That way, if I do need something, or if I'm sitting at 1 HP and I have to put in the extra amount of defense, I can pull it off. So, again, guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.